kind of the main question throughout media day was talking about Embiid's health and managing it, his injury history. That's what Morey talked about. I mean, that's kind of what we always talk about, right? Every year we're always talking about that. But that was kind of a lot of the main questions that were being asked at media day and beginning of training camp. So I got a soundbite here from Embiid and Daryl Morey talking about managing Joel Embiid's health.
They know that if they have to punch me and slap me, take my stuff away for me not to get on that court, they're gonna have to do it. I might get mad, I might curse people out, but I think it's a relationship. We've been working together for years now. I think now I look at the big picture. And, I've always listened to them, but I think now it's, more of the time to actually listen to them and see, what they have to say.
Joel always gets frustrated. The team takes a big drop off when he's out. I always have to explain to him that's because he's one of the all-time great bigs. So that's a little bit of a part of it. But I think for him, it was like, for him, the drop off was too much and it put a lot of pressure on him. He loves Andre. And he feels like the team with Paul and Tyrese and the rest of it, if he has to be smart about his body as we manage him through, that we can go out there and win games when he's not available.
So obviously a lot to take from both these sound bites here. But maybe two questions I have for you guys is, should Joel Embiid's main goal for the season is to be healthy? And will this be the best non-Joel lineups that we've ever had before?
I think health for him is always a priority, and how to maximize that. I don't have the answers of how to do that, but I do feel that it's a priority based on his history since he came into the league, and based on him being older, and obviously you want to kind of continue to have him play at a high level. So it definitely is a priority. Whatever that plan is, I hope it works. And what was the other question?
Is this the best? Will this probably be the best non-Joel lineups we've seen?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, with Paul right now, I would probably say no, because there was a time when you had Ben Simmons that was considered that was an all NBA guy. And you had JJ, and you had Jimmy. I mean, you had and some days you had Tobias that was your fifth or sixth best player, and that's a really good team. Especially based on his salary, according to Teja.
Boy. I thought you were going to say Teja's boy, Tobias.
He is your boy. I mean, the kind of, you always count his money. He must be your boy. So
yeah.
I would lean towards that group right now. This group has a chance to kind of, maybe on paper, but, we'll see. I mean, they definitely are this close, though. I mean, you have, Jimmy and, not Jimmy, you have Paul and
Tyrese.
Yeah, it's close. But I just think with Paul being a little older, maybe not. But if we get the Paul from the past, it could definitely be that number one team.
It's nice to hear Joel say that, and they've had these kind of conversations with each other. And again, it really helps that. It helps when you have that commitment from your team and it's mutual, right? Like they go back so far, and Morey's his guy now, and I think he cares about Philadelphia and the team, and it's mutual. So I think there's conversations you can have that where you couldn't maybe have at one point, or if you did, you kind of tiptoed around asking him to sit out, but we've gone through so much history and a lot of trial and error of saying, okay, fine, play tonight, but you're out tomorrow. And then what happened? Like, there have been games where he should have sat out, didn't, and then got really injured in that game. I'm going back to against Houston many years ago where he seriously hurt himself. Golden State last year, he probably shouldn't have been in there. He shouldn't have been in that game. I'll just say it. He should not have been playing that game. I know that was a freak thing where Kuminga fell on his leg, but I mean, it was bound to happen the way he was playing and how hobbled he was playing on it. And I think naturally he's just a competitor who wants to play every night. That's awesome. I love that. But at the same time, like, we just inked you to a new deal. You're not here for like one more year and you're retiring, man. Like we want you here for like the rest of your career. We want to lengthen that career and that window that we keep talking about, right? And you're not playing for just today. You're playing for tomorrow, this season, next 5 years. So he has to know, and I think he does know because he's tried all these things, and he's like, all right, well, I did it my way for a lot of these years, and I never finished fit or healthy. So, yeah, do what you got to do to make me sit out. It's like, it's like handing someone your keys when you're about to start drinking. Like you're like, hey, man, don't give this back to me. I don't care what I tell you. Do not give this back to me. That's kind of what he's saying right now, right, which is cool. It's funny, when I was doing the lineup thing, that's exactly the team I thought of. But the decider for me against that Jimmy team was Greg Monroe was our 5 to come in when Joel was not playing. And I remember we were getting obliterated against Toronto when Monroe would come in for like 5 minutes, and we would get outscored by like 12 to like 15 points. It was brutal. So to have Drummond in there, I think makes up for a little or a lot of maybe some of the other losses we might have in other positions, right? It was a younger Jimmy against an older Paul George. I just think a lot of that makes up for it. And defensively, too, I think we're going to be better than that team was with Joel off the court because you have so many guys who can guard multiple positions. And Tyrese Maxey could probably take over games maybe even better than Jimmy could at that point, right? I mean, they're both great. I just think, I see.
All I'm saying is they were the number 1 seed, and Joel wasn't the MVP candidate.
Yeah, that's the season we talked about his stats about they came down a lot that year. I think
that's all I'm saying. It's like, so some guys have to be balling for that to happen.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's most Philly fans' favorite team. So I'm not going to say anything about it. Another key difference, too, is to get that team in season, we had to gut our depth. Take that team and who we had coming off the bench, and our bench now is just amazing compared to that. So that, I know we said lineup without him, but just it's team without him too, right? So even when nights where Joel's out, you do raise a Drummond, and you still got a Lowry, McCain, Jackson, Gordon, Yabusele coming off the bench. So yeah. I think overall the team, I'd rather have this one for the balance and for but yeah, they got to prove it definitely.
Yeah, I was looking at the I think the year we were the ones was the 2021 season, which was the year we played the Wizards and when Embiid got hurt in that first round of that series.
Okay.
And just looking at the one game where we closed out the series without Embiid, we had Dwight Howard who came off the bench as our 5. Our starting 5 that game was Curry, Simmons, Matisse, Danny Green, and Tobias, and Dwight Howard's our center off the bench that game. So I think they must have had Simmons playing center. I guess it's a weird line.
Triple that game.
Yeah, Simmons. Yeah, 19, 10, and 11.
Yeah, triple double. He beat him. You got him good that game. He was amazing that game.
Your boy Tobias, 28, 9, and 6 that game.
There he is.
Oh, man.
That's the guy we did that to. See, right there, that after that game, they were like, yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah. Seth Curry, 30 points that game. Only 2 assists, no rebounds. Solid.
Yeah, I mean,
like 8 threes probably.
Yeah.